Joggers, good morning.
Alan, how's the hat feeling, mate?
Damn.
With bellies full of beans and hearts full of the lust for adventure, we left the Worm's Head Hotel and headed the wrong way. Well, not the wrong way. We've come down to the end to look at the Worm's Head. It's kind of low tide, so we could walk out there, but we're not going to. It's really windy and quite cold. So we're going to, I don't know, take some selfies and then go and cycle up a massive hill. Come with us if you dare. Come with us. The first order of the day was to climb up onto the ridge, which looked like a steep climb, but we hoped we'd be rewarded with some beautiful views. As you can see, the weather is somewhat inclement and all we can see is grey and a bit of mist. I think there's some fog over there. Even the sheep look depressed and they're stupid. So
That one's happy.
there's a happy sheep. Alan spotted a happy sheep. So we're going to go and chase down that sheep.
I know.
Find out what the
He
sea.
fell off the edge.
He was our last hope for happiness. All right, new plan then. We're going to push on in the miserable rain and see if we can get out of this alive. Lead on, Alan. In the end, that section along the top of the hills was very, very pleasant indeed. The descent was a little gnarly, very steep, very wet, very slippery, much falling on bums and etc, etc. And the weather that was inclement to begin with became inclementer, and we nearly sacked it off. We started cutting off this loop and just taking a shortcut along the road, and then we said to ourselves, what did we say, Alan?
We said,
Are we men?
or are we
Mice.
rodents?
And we decided to climb up onto this next bit of hill, and the rain stopped. The wind didn't, but the rain stopped. And yeah, it's nice up here now. The clouds are lifted a bit. You can see the sea in the far distance. We've got some miles to make to get back to the car, so onward. Scamper, little pony. Right. Told us this morning that we would be sitting in the sunshine eating questionable meat products in an Esso petrol station forecourt, wouldn't have believed you. I would have said, no mate, it's going to rain all day and we're going to have a miserable time. But actually, it's turned out nice. We're not making very good time, but questionable meat products. And that's that. Gower Loop done. If I had to come up with one word to describe it, I would possibly say wet, maybe damp. It was wet both in the ground and in the sky. Fun. Although to be fair, the sun did come out in the last couple of hours just to rub it in and is now shining its little socks off. Look at it go. It's amazing. All in all though, I really enjoyed it. There was a really nice ride. Alan?
Great.
Alan enjoyed it too.
Great.
Highlights, I would say, were definitely the sections up on top of the hills. They were good, really fun trails, nice surface even in the wet. Wild ponies, bracken, amazing views out over the bays. Sheep, painted all kinds of funny colours. So that was all good fun. The low points, and something worth thinking about if you're going to do this one, the section on the way back, the dog legs around the back of the airport, isn't really there anymore, if it ever was. There's just a big field of marsh grass, and I mean there's the sort of hint of a path maybe, but nothing very real. And at this time of year it's incredibly boggy in there, like pond boggy. It's also probably worth pointing out that that section and a lot of the rest of the section after that back down into town are actually footpaths. So technically we shouldn't be cycling on them at all. If you do, we did, be prepared to battle your way through 8 of those little kissing gates, which are not cycle friendly in any way. That was a pain in the arse. It's like being bored. And I mean, yeah, I don't like cycling on footpaths. I try not to, but there wasn't really another way down from there. And it might all become irrelevant in the coming years if Wales goes ahead with its land use law changes, which it might well happen. Then this won't be a problem anymore. But for now, just bear in mind that actually a lot of this route is footpath, so you have to be polite. Yeah, we're on the way home now, and we've had a splendid time. Blown away the cobwebs? Yes. Quite. But I'm tired, and I've got wet pants, and I'm hungry. So we're going to stop somewhere for some horrible lunch. And that's that. But I think there's going to be some more rides coming in the future, quite soon, hopefully. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need to do our traditional winter ride.
Yes.
Mountain biking.
Yes. There'll be some cold, wet trail centre action coming soon. So if you enjoyed that, if you enjoyed my face and you enjoyed Alan's face talking, then like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye! So what were your highlights then?
The highlights?
Yeah.
The whole trip was a highlight really. Just nice to be out of London.
Yeah.
Nice not to be sat at a desk.
Yeah.
Nice to be out in the fresh air.
Those sections along the
Wilderness.
top of the hills, that was wicked. I really liked that.
It was really good, yeah. It's a bit treacherous to get down.
Yes.
Once you were down, there was an amazing sense of accomplishment.
Yes.
Even though you'd have achieved bugger all.
Wonderful sense of being glad that I'm not a pony.
Yeah.
I have to live up there.
That's true. That wouldn't be pony.
Pony. What would have made it better?
We did a raid.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if it was summer and we could have ended day one with a swim on Rossilly Bay.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Maybe a game of frisbee.
I think we still could have ended it with a swim.
Yeah, I would have ended it with a drown if I'd gone swimming last night.
Yeah. Same thing.
What's your favourite type of mud?
The type that dries and then you can brush it off.
See, I differ. My favourite type of mud is the type that smells of cow poo. So you really know you're getting probably some diseases and
That
stuff.
sounds like something you would go for.
Yeah. And what was your dinner like at the Worm's Head Hotel?
Fabulous. It was delicious. We had a steak and ale pie, and it tasted like steak and ale.
Yeah, I quite wish I'd had the pie. My burger.
How was your dinner, Jeffers?
Well, I had a veggie burger and it was alright.
That you thought was meat?
Yeah. No, it was alright.
This meat's gone off.
It was very sloppy.
It's got lentils in it.
This beef has lentils in it. Imagine if I'd gone back
I want
and
to see the
complained.
manager.
God damn it!
Hang on a minute. Vegetarian?
No, I kind of wish I'd had the pie, but then I don't think pies shouldn't have puff pastry on them. I don't think.
It looked like a high top. If you had a haircut, it would have been a high top.
Yeah, it
It
was.
looked like Donald Trump's hair, basically.
It did, very light and wispy and orange.
And it crumbled to the touch.
Have you ever touched Donald Trump's hair?
No, but I imagine if anyone dared to touch his hair,
It would be crumbly. It would burn
That's what would
slightly,
happen.
wouldn't it?
yeah, it would crumble.
Yeah. No, I think a pie should be
And then
the
you
kind
get,
of suety
you
pastry.
get sanctions put upon you for daring to touch his hair.
Yeah, hair sanctions.
Yeah. You'd be in Tesco's, they'd scan all your shopping through, go £1,000, and you'd be, I'm only buying a loaf of bread.
You got
And they go,
sanctions,
"Not for
mate.
you,
You've
mate."
been sanctioned. Trump came in here personally. I also
Twice a week
think,
spray.
is there technically a difference between a pie which is not enclosed? Because your pie was basically a stew with a biscuit on top of it.
Yeah, I prefer that though, because then you can get, it means it's full of goodness. It means it's homemade, basically.
Nah, it
To
doesn't.
me anyway. All of my experience with those kind of pies, it's just like really thick meat.
I like,
chunks of
yeah,
meat.
but it could be wrapped in a lovely, really stodgy pastry pocket. I like an enclosed pie because I like the mix of gravy and pastry.
Is that because you long for security?
I think it is, yeah. The beer was nice.
Yeah, it was alright.
I do find though, at the end of a ride, I have a beer and a dinner and I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, well, to be honest, after that amount of cycling, you probably just need like 2 pints of water.
Yes, I haven't drunk very much water on this. I never drink because my bottle gets covered in crap and I just don't drink.
Yeah. Would you take a camelback though on a ride like that? The thing is, you
No,
might get Shakespeare on the thing. It might flick up.
I really enjoyed not riding with a bag on. I never really used to mind it, but when I was cycling in the summer, I started to notice it. It's just uncomfortable, and I think it hurts your back off.
It is, yeah. I mean, you may as well get a bike to carry the load.
Yeah. No, it's handy.
I think that's
there,
why
but
mountain bikes could be upgraded if they actually had some kind of.
you could fill the frame with water.
Yeah, I mean, like they should make that just above the suspension. Have that bit so you can put things in it. You know, even like if there was some hooks, you could put a bit of netting or something. That'd be great.
Yeah. This could be your niche. This could be what you do. Get into make your own
Nets.
gear. Yeah.
I could just really.
Weren't you gonna make a bag, weren't you?
Yeah, I was talking to my Dave about it. And then I've got loads of animation work through work, so I don't have time.
Do you ever look
Not really.
at the MYOG subreddit? Whole like community of people who make all their own outdoor gear. They make tents.
Do
Yeah, it's good, and some of it's proper good. It never occurred to me.
And loads of them just randomly go missing because they just went.
Yeah, they go out badly prepared with
Yeah.
crap gear that falls
Yeah.
apart. No, a lot of it looks proper good. You'd need a meaty sewing machine to punch through really tough cloth. I think it would be great. If I didn't have to have a job, then I'd get into it.
Do you think it is actually that easy?
No, I don't think it's easy, but I think it's doable. I think anyone could learn to do it. You know, you'd make a few really crap bags that were sort of just a bit sausage shaped. So yeah, this is my bag. It's modelled over a potato. Everything I made the first year was modelled after a potato.
I think you do get different qualities of different materials though. I mean, that bag that I bought, the elastic on the front and the top bit where you're supposed to put your map,
Yeah.
I put my phone on there earlier and it just
exactly what you wanted.
But then, you'd have to test because you don't want that to be too strong.
Yeah, you would have to do some research and you'd have to do a lot of practice, and you probably would make a lot of bags which were really uncomfortable or didn't quite fit or stuff. But once you've got the hang of it, you'd be able to, you could make a frame bag to perfectly fit your frame. You could make little bags that were just the right size with pockets in just the right places, and that would be
pockets in just the right places. That
it
could
all
be the
comes
name of your
back.
brand.
Yeah, PIJTRP. It doesn't really Pujtrup.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Simply because it's different.
But yeah, if I didn't have, it's all these ideas are ruined by the fact that I have to have a job. There's been some kind of horrible misunderstanding. People say that it's a derogatory kind of thing, where people say, oh, so and so, he thinks the world owes him a favour. I actually do think the world owes me a favour. I'm convinced the world owes me a favour, and I'm cashing it in. I want it.
Yeah. What does the world owe you, Jeffers?
It owes me a reasonable salary for which I do not have to work.
Yes.
I'm not selfish. I don't want to be a millionaire. I just would like to earn
£1 million.
No, I'll be realistic. Give me 45 grand a year, and I'll stop moaning about it.
Yeah. So
Adjusted for inflation year on year.
I would take 45 grand.
In fact, I'd probably take less than that. I reckon I could
44.
probably. I reckon I could.
44 grand a year.
I could go sub 40. I reckon. I could live on 35 grand a year. I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. As long as I can pay my mortgage.
No, I could as well, because you're not going to be travelling to work.
Yeah.
You're not going to be,
I like lentils and vegetables.
Veggie burgers.
I don't have to eat meat. I don't drink much. I don't smoke. I don't do any drugs. All I need to do is buy camping equipment, really, and pay for train fares. So, if there are any billionaires out there who had always dreamed of becoming cycle tourists when they...
a middle-aged lover.
No, I'm just thinking maybe there's some kind of tech CEO who's always said to himself, I'm going to make my billions and then I'm going to retire, I'm going to become a bike packer. But then, just as he was writing his retirement letter, he was shot through the legs by a sniper, and now he can't cycle, and he wants to vicariously live through me and my videos, and he can just spend a little bit of his fortune to kind of budget my life, and I'll guarantee a certain amount of trips per year, and I'll make videos and I'll report back, and I'll go and do like slideshows of all my holiday pictures and stuff, and tell him all the stories, or her, or her. Doesn't have to be a man billionaire.
Or,
and
non-binary.
Yeah, this person or thing, this entity of money can just fund me to travel around and, frolic, yeah. It could be called the Frolic Fund.
The Frolic Foundation.
Yes. Freddie Flintoff's Frolic Foundation. If you're listening, Freddie Flintoff, or any other billionaires whose initials are FF, or other, I just don't want to go to work anymore. I just want to go on holiday.
You might be limiting your pool of people by specifying their initials.
Okay, the initials are not important. We can change the name of the foundation to suit whatever initials you've got. That's just branding. I can do that. It'd be nice though, wouldn't it?
They've got a Greg's and a Burger King over there. I'd say we'll put another hour in, maybe.
Yeah, I'm happy. Whatever, whenever. I could definitely eat something. Well, I think we cracked the case anyway.
Did.
There we filmed 13 minutes of outro.
You've got some editing to do, mate.
Yeah, man.